With the official 60th trailer now out and the big trailer done, we have a proper look at the 60th. While this trailer was definitely action packed, was it really that good? And was it actually enough?
Sometimes I think there's something missing. Like I had something lovely. And it's gone. I lie in bed thinking, what have I lost?
The trailer opened with the same old stock shot we've been repeated for months on end. We then heard Donna's line about feeling something is missing, but actually got the full finished piece of dialogue this time. We learned that the lack of the Doctor in Donna's life is more than just a usual memory loss and is in fact actually troubling her. She lies in bed at night thinking deeply about what she's lost. We then see the Doctor snooping around what looks like a train yard, which is where I believe the toy maker to be building his spaceship, which looks more like a weapon or gateway now, but we're getting to that. Alternatively, it could be when the Wraith Warriors arrive and he witnesses them forming up to commence their hunt for Beep the Meep, eventually, of course, leading him to Donna's house. It does look like there are flashes at this location though, so maybe it's the crash site of the ship and the police have already arrived, hence why the Doctor is having to sneak around. This excites me because it means that we're probably going to get some solo 14 Doctor time, no companions, no unit, just him. I think it will be good to him talk about his own issues and maybe get his own thoughts about what's going on and just how he feels about it.
I've got this friend called Donna Noble. I had to wipe her memory to save her life. No! If she remembers me, she will die. So what happens next? The spaceship crashes right in front of her. It's like she's drawing us in.
We then hear the Doctor talking to Ruth Madley's character about Donna, and get the finalised shots of the leaked Camden filming we saw last year, which was beautifully pieced together by fans on YouTube. And then what took me by fabulous surprise, shots of the Doctor wiping Miss Noble's brain in Journey's End, accompanied by one of the HD shots from the end of the Waters of Mars. We know that Ruth's character sticks with the Doctor throughout the story, later appearing at UNIT, which I think will be in episode 3. I think she could potentially be like a new Clive figure who investigates aliens and could also be at the crash site. Then he goes back to her version of the shed, which is Manatic or something. Who knows, maybe we'll even get a line about Sarah and Jane. I then think she'll naturally become involved with the story and end up working for UNIT by the end if she hasn't already. Next we see the same shot of Beep the Meep we've seen before, and the Doctor says it's like she's drawing us in, linking to the theme of destiny mentioned across eras, and by Dalek Khan in the series 14 finale. Who knows, maybe this is all still part of Khan's prophecy.
What the hell? We've got a bloody Martian in the shed! Don't look! Me!
Oh, here we go again.
There is a really comedic moment with Donna shouting yet again, assuming all aliens are from Mars, and this is also where I think we first properly get the Doctor talking to Donna. We see her at the crash scene, but by this point I think the Doctor understands what's going on a little more, and is where perhaps the two will properly reconnect. Meep, well, Meeps, and while I know he's a villainous little bugger, he is adorable, and that CGI is so impressive. The Disney money really does seem to be paying off here. Also, is Beep the Meep boy or girl? I'm not sure, or do Beep the Meeps not even do that kind of thing? The Doctor is then slapped by Sylvia Noble as she attempts to make the best out of a crumbling situation, suspecting her daughter is about to die with a head full of alien stuff. I've seen a few people on Twitter complain about the slap gag being overused. To those people I just say, haha, lol, seriously, it's not that big a deal and happens like once per companion if that, so just put up with it for not even 5 seconds of screen time. The Doctor then seems to be doing something with a force field, and I don't know if he's placed it there before, or if it perhaps is UNIT, or maybe the Doctor is somehow doing it himself, either via the sonic or just some ability he has unlocked due to the Toymaker's interference. It's definitely moving with the Doctor though.
I don't believe in destiny, but if destiny exists, then it is heading for Donna Noble. And I've got a memory. After a very long time, something's coming back.
Who are they?
Monsters.
Then we get what looks like a shot from the Wild Blue Yonder, which I believe will be the episode inside the toy room. From Camden leaks, it was suggested to us that this scene with the nobles outside the TARDIS is at the end of episode 1. We can also see that the TARDIS is being almost drawn in somewhere. I believe that part 1 will revolve around the usual Starbeast plot, and then the Doctor and Donna will enter the TARDIS to properly figure out what's going on, only for the pair to be dragged away in the TARDIS to the Toymaker's playroom, or toy room. It's here in the wild blue yonder that the Doctor and Donna will try to defeat the Toymaker's games and escape the toy room, facing old memories, allowing us to see old incarnations and perhaps unseen moments of tension for both characters. Naturally, they do come close to defeating him or just escaping the toy room, which is when the Toymaker properly reveals himself and starts manipulating events physically, as of the collapsing corridor and that beautiful shot of him as the puppeteer master. Then, I'd assume, they will escape and return to Earth, to find it in chaos with people fighting themselves. This is the Bristol scene, and Donna gets briefly separated from the Doctor in the chaos. Then Unit arrives and escorts them to the base, where for the final episode the Toymaker will complete his plan and eventually the Doctor will save the day. I do actually have a fully scripted video about how I think the 60th will kind of play out scene for scene, so if you want that, please do comment and I'll just make it, or perhaps just release the transcript.
There's something so bad the TARDIS ran away.
Yes.
Then we go
And kick its ass!
Kate Lethbridge Stewart!
What do we do this time, Doctor? How do we fight the human race?
Something entered this world. Oh, but he is recognizing me.
Who is he?
The one who waits.
Open fire!
Why does it have to be this? Your fight is with me!
Donna saying what they're going to do is truly fantastic. It feels like Donna Noble with the added experience of both previously travelling with the Doctor and now of course motherhood. This time she isn't just fighting to survive, so to speak, she's fighting for her family. Not that Donna ever was just fighting to survive, it's just this clip feels like Donna is filled with more passion than ever before. I genuinely have no words for the next part of the trailer. It is just amazing. This is Doctor fucking Who. It's brilliant. The scale of these episodes is off the charts. Each new series and finale kind of thing always says this is the series like no other, but this time they really mean it. This truly is a new era for the entire franchise, and I cannot wait to see this level of scale for an entire season next year. Kate also has one of the armbands, which is used to protect against the influence of the Toymaker. It's also what Mel was wearing in the promo shot, once again confirming she will be present in the 60th at some point. This weird portal is probably just the Toymaker ripping his way back into the universe, and I think it's a pretty cool idea that perhaps it was the flux that allowed him back. All that time and reality being damaged would certainly be enough to weaken the walls between realities. We see the Doctor charging at the Toymaker on the helipad of the unit base, and it seems like the armbands are no longer having any effect. I'm assuming that they either never did and the Toymaker just made them believe they did, or perhaps they were disabled somehow. This means the Toymaker is preparing to gun down the Doctor's allies, which is why the Doctor charges in alone.
I don't know if I can save your life this time.
Worldwide premiere!
We then get our shock moment with the Doctor and Donna. This is again probably from the Wild Blue Yonder, or at least it's the same corridor where the walls were collapsing, so probably the toy room. A few reused shots or new angles of shots, and then ending on Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor himself. Some have suggested one of kind of two things for this. Either one, he is back on the cliff tops where Jodie regenerated, and at the end of the specials the scene plays out again, but this time she regenerates into Ncuti's Doctor. Or two, this is on the edge because of the lighting. Now yes, you may think, wait, but that's way too yellow and orange and oversaturated. Well, I did some editing and this photo speaks for itself. Also, you can see he is wearing a totally new outfit here, which does seem reminiscent of the Edge Doctor's attire. but there's so many plot holes with these two theories, so it's just best to wait and see. Still fun to speculate nonetheless though. Where do you guys think he is? Also, I do essays and reviews and even animations, and we'll be doing all 3 for the 60th special reviews. So please do subscribe or take a look at my other videos and at least just think about it. Thank you.
I have only one thing to say to you.
Bye!